It took me 35 years to embody and voice, which I'm going to tell you in 12 minutes. So if you have 12 minutes of your time, this video is for you, and it's going to save you 30 plus years. And that is to embody and really own your signature, your essence, your core, and really coming back to it and live your life from it. And I want to dive deep in my background and where I come from and how it all happened and still happening, and actually started to happen just a few months ago when I started to realize and putting my pieces together on how it all works and where I'm heading. Because voicing about soul and awareness and what we are as souls here on earth is not really common on man's field. And I want to cover this topic a little bit, as I'm a man, I'm someone who is married, which the normal societal conditioning, not really accepting or not really knowing how men could lead this movement of embodying the soul and speaking about what we are and our essence and insights and downloads, intuitions. Because this is not something men talks about. I grew up in Soviet Union, as you might heard and saw one of my videos, which is very different to a Western mindset. And all I saw when I was a kid, that man is someone who is hardworking and man needs to provide and the man is the one who has the voice. It's not only in Soviet Union, but just where I live now in Japan, and in the world general has this masculine energy that the man always leads and the man is the power, and look at me. This is not really accepted for someone who is sensitive and who senses energy. I always tend to look as someone who is different, or what he's speaking about, why he's talking about this spiritual BS and all this stuff which is kind of nonsense. Yes, it was nonsense for some, but it's not nonsense for me and who understand what I speak. Because really owning your signature and coming back to your own essence, it's not something which happens overnight. It goes and it takes years and trials and errors until you really start to embody of what you are and stepping into that essence and live from that essence. Even my wife, she doesn't really understand what I do and how I guide or what is my guidance about. And maybe even you are questioning what I really do, what I'm about. And in simple terms, I guide people, I guide souls through a safe space where they remember what they are. But not telling them what to do, not giving them frameworks, not giving them scripts and all the templates. I just offer a safe space, and in that safe space everything opens. Because you feel safe, you open up, you share. And this is your gift. This is your own medicine that you're gonna take on and return it back to the world and give it back to the world with your own services, no matter what it is. It can be music, it can be art, it can be guidance, whatever, it doesn't matter. And to really embody that essence and signature takes a while. But why it's taking so long? It's because all the beliefs and the narratives you are surrounded with, they make you believe that this is true. But that is not true. And to take that leap and to stepping into your own path and really paving your own path and not looking what others are doing or how they are doing, but just really paving your own path, that's what owning your signature, owning your essence really means. Because you are watching this video maybe because you feel that something is moving within you while I talk, while I speak, through my voice, through my tone. That voice and that tone was suppressed, was bullied as a stuttering immigrant kid. It was made fun of. But if I didn't have those experiences, I could not stand or sit in front of you now and speak about those. Because you have to turn that wound into a medicine. And this is the best way to share, to teach, that what you've been through, you can only preach and teach what you've been through. And I'm not a teacher and don't want to sound as a new agey teacher, because I'm not a new earth and fifth dimension and all that nonsense which people talk about. I just understand where we are on this realm of this existence, which is not the only existence there is. It's just a small friction of where we are. Although my ego will die and my ego's job is to protect me and to live a life, a normal life out there, quote unquote normal, but my soul knows, my essence, I just know, I just sense, I just feel. I don't have words to explain, but I just sense that this is just a stepping stone. And this is actually a very dense place to be in. This whole existence, it's not bad and not so good. It just is. It's just an experience. But there are infinite amount of experiences that you can have, that I can have, but I just don't remember them due to amnesia when I come here, that I can live. And to really stepping into this essence and knowing and to able to share what you've been through doesn't have to take you 30 plus years. It's a choice that you make. That you're gonna say, enough is enough. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to share. I'm going to voice my voice, which was suppressed, or turn that wound into a medicine which I've been through so others can learn from it. And this is not something new. People talk about this. I'm not the only one who speaks. But what I speak and what is unique angle to my world and how I see this is through a safe space. And it's not a therapy, it's not a coaching that I'm gonna listen to you and just bow at you. It's felt. It just felt before I even say a word. You can even feel it. You can even feel this now when you're watching this. You can just sense the energy which is here in the present moment. And that's all you need. A safe space where you open up, you share. Because if you think, when you share something with a friend or with a loved one or whoever it is, you share that sensitive story or life experience because you feel trust. You have trust with your friend, with your partner, with your loved one, whoever it is. You don't have a word for that, you just sense that. It's a sense, it's an innate knowing that you know that you can trust that person. In the same way, you can trust your own guidance, your own essence. That's all it takes, just start to trust. But maybe you need a safe space for that, to open and really remember of what you are and how to come back to those gifts. And let me tell you, making this video, it still feels uncomfortable. It's not something that you sit down and first shot and you make it. It takes time to get into the flow. The same way it takes time to get back to your essence. But it doesn't have to be 30 plus years. Maybe it will, I don't know. Maybe you are in your 20s and you're already doing this work. Maybe you are in your 30s, late 30s, 40s, whatever, I don't know. My job is to share this message with you so you know that you remember that whatever you've been through, that is your gift, that is your medicine to share with others. Yes, and you can package it in an offer, you can share it on your social media or in a video or in a blog post. In some sort of medium, just share it. And the right people will find you. Your only job is to share, is to make yourself available, to share what you see so other people will understand. Or respond to someone and they will understand. Or you start a conversation with someone. And that's it. I told you in 5 minutes I'm going to give you the secret. What does it take to embody and voice your voice? And that's the secret. The secret, there's no secret. That's a secret. If it makes sense. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe. And I'm going to put a link down below this video where you can sign up on my waitlist for my one-on-one guidance. If this video moved you in some way, you can check it out and see if you feel that this is something that you want to do or called to do. Because whoever heard this message, and maybe you are the one who heard this message and they sat deep with you, then there is something that needs to be moved through a safe space, and that's okay. Reach out, and maybe we work together, maybe we don't. I don't know. My work is to invite you, to offer you this space so you can decide whether there's something for you or not. See you in the next one.